Hey, what's up everyone? Southside Braves here. Thanks for checking out the video. Finally got another St. Louis VGC update video coming your way. I very much enjoy making these, and I haven't in a while. We've been kind of in between regulations, and we are now officially multiple weeks into Regulation H, and I have some stats to show. So we're here. So let's just jump right into it. Let's jump into the St. Louis VGC usage stats. So for the first 2 weeks of September, which includes 5 local events, this is the usage stats we're looking at. Incineroar is on top at 44%. Surprised me to see how high that percentage is. I think this is the worst regulation of the season for Incineroar, and he's still dominant. So, but seeing him that high surprised me. He would definitely be on the list, but just 44% is insane. Blood Moon is securely in second at 33%. Also a higher number than I would expect. But there he sits. Next, we had a 4-way tie with the 3 grass types in our Chaladon. The 3 grass types being Rillaboom, Whimsicott, and Sinistcha. Sinistcha, to me, is kind of the surprise of this list. I love Sinistcha, and I like it as a Pokemon, so seeing it on the list is cool. I just didn't expect it. Then we have 3 Pokemon tied at 19%, the 2 water types in Indeedee. The water types being Primarina and Pelipper. No real surprise to me there. We did have at least one Indeedee male used as well. I did split them up, so I just have Indeedee female on this list. But if I did combine the Indeedees, they actually would be a little bit higher on this list. And then King Gambit at 15%, down there at number 10. So yeah, surprises me on this list are how high Incineroar and Ursaluna Blood Moon are. I expected both of them on the list, but they're pretty high up there. Sinistcha making the list is the biggest surprise to me. And the biggest surprise to me missing from the list is Goldango. I'm surprised Goldango didn't make this list at all. So I expect these to change quite a bit now that we're post-Baltimore and people have seen the first regional. But let me know what you thought of these usage stats. Surprises to you, mons that are too high on it, ones that are missing that you expected to be on it, or anything else. I'd love to hear your opinions in the comments. But yeah, now let's move on to some of the Pokemon trainers in St. Louis that have won these local events. So I mentioned there have been 5 local events, and let me actually say before I get too far into the winners, we do have some new stores in the St. Louis area popping up with events that if some of our St. Louis players can get out to and support, that'd be awesome. So there are now 5 locations that I will be recording these stats from. They are the 2 kind of in the St. Louis downtown area. I say downtown St. Louis, but you know what I mean. Right near St. Louis. That is the Yeti store and the Collector store. I feel like everyone kind of knows about those ones. The Quincy, Illinois ones I have been recording stats from. And then the 2 newest ones, St. Robert, Missouri has had a couple events. I got to go out and participate in one of those. Good group of guys. Some newer players out there that are eager to kind of learn the game and get better. So if St. Louis people can make their way out there for their events, that'd be awesome. And then the only other one that I know has been popping up that had their first event last month is Carbondale, Illinois. They had their first event, and like I said, it was their very first VGC event. They're just now trying to grow the VGC scene there. So again, especially those 2 newest places, St. Robert and Carbondale, help them get out there. They're trying to start the VGC scene. Get out there, help them do that. And then, of course, still support Yeti, Collector, and Quincy. We want to support every place that's willing to host these events for us. So get out there and play some Pokemon. Now let's talk about the winners of these events. There was 1 cup in the first 2 weeks. I was actually out at St. Robert, the first event. I got to go out there. And Ify won that event with his Gallade and took home 50 points. I did get to play Ify in that event, where winner would have won the event. And he was going to beat me either way. But I want to tell the story of what happened. I ran out of time on a turn and ended up using After You on his Ursaluna. And he took a double knockout. So that was rough. But again, I think he was going to win either way, so good for him. He played very well and had his team that he had was bringing to Baltimore the week after, so he took home the win there before we went. Next, Chris won the event out in Quincy with, and let me clarify this, the next 4 I didn't actually get to see them play, so I don't know how vital these Pokemon were to them, but they were all on their teams. So Chris took home 15 points with a Sableye out in Quincy. So congrats to him for winning that one. Tyler won. I could have this backwards. I think he won the Yeti event. The Yeti and Collector Store challenges I could have backwards, but I believe Tyler won the Yeti one with Salamence. Chandler then won the challenge out in St. Robert the week of Baltimore with a Clefable and took home 15 points. Chandler being one of the new players we got to meet out in St. Robert. That's kind of eager to learn the game and want to play against more and more people. So hopefully we'll see him in some other St. Louis events, but if not, try to get out there and play in the St. Robert area. And lastly, Alex won again. I think he won the Collector Store, but I could have him and Tyler backwards, and he could have won the Yeti one. But he had Porygon 2 on his team and won that event and took home 15 points for himself. So these were your 5 winners of the local events. And let me mention Baltimore, since it was the first regional that has happened. We did have at least 6 people from St. Louis area go and participate in it, myself included. I had my worst outing ever at a regional, so not really going to talk about my own. But Mason did have the best performance I know of any St. Louis people. He went 6-2 on day 1, qualified for day 2, won his first match in day 2, and then lost his second and won his third. So finished 8-3. He finished top 64, I know. So congrats to Mason. He was the best St. Louis person out in Baltimore. And I want to mention the regionals when they happen and the people that get to go and succeed. So thanks for repping St. Louis for us, Mason. And yeah, that's going to be the video. Covered the usage stats, covered the winners, covered Baltimore a little bit. So going to get back in the flow of doing these weekly. If events are slow for a week, it might be every 2 weeks. But I'm looking forward to seeing these stats as they grow for Reg H. And yeah, these are some of my favorite videos to make. Let me know what you think I should add to the videos, what you liked, what you didn't like, what you thought of the usage stats, and all that. I love hearing from you guys. So all that being said, I'm going to stop talking and end the video. So hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, please do like and subscribe to the channel and the video. We'd really appreciate that. And yeah, I'll catch you all in a future video. Have a good night, everyone. Bye.